how the man behind the paintbrush, artist Iven Amali, joins me now in studio, along with the owner of the painting, businessman Kenny Kunene. It's great to have you in studio with me, gentlemen. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Iven, perhaps let me begin with you. What point were you making when you drew this artwork?
Point of me is actually, as an artist, born talented, I am a storyteller. That painting for me, it has a meaning. It's not just a painting.
And what is the meaning?
The meaning, as you can see, there's the two people there, which is white, you understand? Those are the bosses for DA. And the black guy, as you can see the face is white, it's pretending to be white, but while himself is black, the slavery for those two people.
So were you making a political statement?
I'm not a politician, I'm an artist, I'm a storyteller.
And I mean, I just need you to perhaps explain the meaning of the artwork. You know, you talk about the two white people and the black man, but they're all naked in this picture. Why have you decided to portray them in that light?
For me, as an artist, it's not a naked. For that type of painting, it has a name. It's been there for years. That's what you call nude paintings.
Kenny, why did you buy this artwork?
Number one, when Ivan called me, he has done art previously for me, and he said he wanted to show me some painting, and there's someone who is also interested in it. I said to him, why don't you put this thing up at the gallery? Maybe it will get you even more business. And he said, no. He went to Goodman Gallery, and he told them that he was an artist and he wanted to showcase his work. Then they gave him a business card to send his art. And then he said, no, but I've got a piece that I want to show you. When he opened the piece, they kicked him out. The lady shouted above her voice, and other people came, and he was kicked out. So I said, for me, it was a double standard, because Goodman Gallery has had nude art before. And when I looked at it, when he arrived and I looked at it, number one, as a businessman, I see a potential to sell it for a profit, number one. Number two, I'm an art collector. If you go to my house, you'll find art about me, even nude art about me. Even with my roast, you know, the background was art, where I was Mona Lisa, where I was Queen Elizabeth, where I was Napoleon Bonaparte. I love art. So as an art collector, I saw a political story in this. And when he explained it, one of the things was actually, it triggered an interest in me. The DA has been the advocate of artistic freedom of speech with all the artwork that has been done on Jacob Zuma, nude art. And I thought, let me buy this art, maybe sell it, but then I thought, let me post it, because I always post some of my art on Twitter. It's not the first time. And I thought, let me post it and see how these architects and advocates of artistic freedom of expression are going to respond now that this art, this artistic art, is now facing them. And I said to him, I'm going to go public on this. Do you mind? He said, no, I don't have a problem. I was going to put it on a public platform. And I said, look, I think the DA is going to respond negatively. And they did exactly that.
We'll get to the DA's response in a moment, but one of the things we didn't know going into this interview was that the Goodman Gallery closed the door in terms of showing this art case. And of course, they came in under the spotlight significantly with the spear painting. Yes. Ivan, what was the reason that they gave you for not putting this artwork up? Was it because of the quality, or was it because of the statement that is being made in it?
Because there's white naked people there, then they told me that, no, this is insulting. You know, I was surprised.
They said to you?
Yeah, that's what he said to me. Then they gave me the card. Said, no, we can't display this type of work. We are full booked for the next 4 years.
Okay. But they said they are full booked for the next 4 years after they gave him a card to email, and they wrote an email behind the card to say, email us your work, let's look at it.
Kenny, where in your house are you going to put up this artwork?
I have so many places where I can put it up. But for now, because I want to enjoy it, my bedroom is big enough, and I spend a lot of time in my bedroom. So yeah, it's in my bedroom now. Yesterday it was in my lounge. I got my kids to come and have a look at it. He explained it to them. He explained it to me. So that's where it is now until I move it.
Are you surprised that even though you talk about the DA's response, they haven't necessarily responded in the same kind of outrage that we saw perhaps over the spear painting? The DA saying that they want to protect the rights of artists and that artists are free to express themselves, although they do want them to take a look at how they depict things. They're not overly concerned about it.
That's just spinning what they said before. What they said yesterday to one of the newspapers is that this is insulting, this is disgusting, and they are actually looking at legal avenues. Now, if they advocate so much for freedom of expression, why is it that they have a problem with this one? Are they not allowed to hold the view that it is disgusting and they should have said first, freedom of expression, we advocate for it. However, we do not agree with this particular painting. But then if they say they don't agree with this particular painting, still is double standards because they've agreed with previous paintings that were depicting President Jacob Zuma being naked. They have agreed, they have supported the artist. It's on record. So it's a question of lack of leadership and hypocrisy in our political sphere. Nelson Mandela, when he was in the US and interviewed on going to address Congress there, they said to him, the gentleman interviewed him, said to him, you are coming to address Congress that is made up of Jews, but you are supporting the Palestinian struggle. How do you expect them to support your cause? And Nelson Mandela said, a leader, a genuine leader, is a leader who does not speak when things suit him. I am a principled leader. If they are not going to agree with me based on the facts that I am giving them, fine. But if they want to judge me based on my principles in Palestine, then they are not leaders. They are not a Congress. So I'm saying this is the type of leadership that we have in this country. The DA says one thing and then they do another. I expected them, the way they advocated for the other artists, to actually also speak boldly and say, we respect this artist's freedom of expression. But they are talking about legal avenues, which means if they are in government, they will arrest this artist and me having bought the artist.
Okay, well, but that might be jumping the gun a little bit. I mean, have you heard from the DA about taking legal action against you over this painting? Have they said to you that they're going to be pursuing any further action with regard to the painting with their lawyers?
I don't know about that, but as an artist, I'm ready for that.
Okay, so as yet you have not had any contact from them?
No.
Okay, that's where we'll leave it for this morning. Thank you guys so much for coming in.